Hello and welcome to my Friday. I am a very excited vlogger today because I just submitted, I am just submitting my first assignment for my MA music course that I'm doing at university at the moment as a mature student. In case you're new and you didn't know, I've been doing that. It's like study week at the moment and the assignment is due in next Thursday at midday and it's Friday, the Friday before, so I've got it done in good time, but it's taking ages to upload the video file because it was a video presentation. I got very lucky with my first assignment being a video presentation. Obviously being a YouTuber of 8 years experience and equipment, I had a bit of an advantage there. I need to have a bit of a tidy up down here. I am actually starting the vlog where I filmed my assignment against this plain background here, and I left all the lighting set up in case I needed to retake any of it when I was editing, you know, if I thought bits weren't quite right, but I didn't, so that's why it's all still here. I didn't want to move a single thing because otherwise the lighting would have been different or whatever. Ooh, I'm so excited, I can't believe it. I was thinking to myself, you know, a few weeks ago, wouldn't it be good if I finished it before the deadline, because then you just feel like you're walking on air, then you feel like you've got bonus days in your life. So this is the state of my cellar right now. Loads of lights, and I had my notes on that music stand there and the camera on that tripod by there. So I'm gonna put that all away now because I have done very little else this week except work on my assignment and do some shopping vlog stuff in the evenings, but that was like once it was dark. So basically I hadn't touched my flute all week and I have got another thing to prepare for at the beginning of February, and that's a masterclass. I've got to play my flute in a masterclass, and a masterclass is basically when you're up on the stage and you're having like a private lesson, but it's not a private lesson because everybody's watching in the audience. So that's something I would like to prepare for. So I'm going to work on that as hard as I can, really, and get the absolute best out of it. I'm doing sort of 4 modules this year. So there's research skills, which I've just literally just finished. Right now, I've got a shadow. I'm going to put my arm's aching now. I'm going back to where I was. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, one of them was research skills, and we had a variety of different topics to learn about in different weekly lectures. It was very interesting, but my assignment was a video submission about a piece that I've recently performed, so I've done that. So it was a little bit of analysis about the piece, challenges I faced while learning it, challenges I faced while performing it, and what I learned throughout the process. There was a lot of self-reflection, sort of documenting challenges and resolutions and all that sort of thing. So it was very interesting for me. I really enjoyed it. It flashed by, honestly. I got into the flow state with it because I got very, very interested. I love video, that's the thing. So I got really, really into it, and I just didn't come up for air until it was done, pretty much. Anyway, there's that. It's not worth loads of the whole mark. I've also got another module starting right at the end of January, which is postgraduate ensemble, and that was one to choose because I had a different option, so I chose that one because I just love playing. I like all the practical stuff and interacting with other musicians, making new relationships, you know, with musicians to maybe go on and work with later. Who knows? But I think a lot of them are going to go off back to different parts of the UK when the course is over, but we'll see who's still around at the end of it. Of course, next year, because I'm doing part-time, I'm going to have a whole different class because all the friendships I will have made, they'll be gone because I'm doing part-time and they're doing full-time. There's only very few of us doing part-time, and most of the ones that are, I think possibly all the ones that are mature students, you know, with other responsibilities in life as well. So postgrad ensemble is going to take over from research skills, and well, I'll tell you about that as it happens because I don't exactly know what that entails yet. But my biggest chunk of marks is the playing, and that's a double module, which is performance on the flute. So yeah, anyway, feeling light as air. Now I've taken a long time to upload though. I'm tempted to put a message on the board for the other students saying, top tip, don't try and submit it 1 minute before the deadline because your video will not upload in time. It's been going about half an hour so far, and it's about a third uploaded, and I've got quite a fast internet connection. Right, I better stop yabbering on and get on with tidying this up. 2:05. I was just about to start cooking some food, put oil in the pan, I haven't put it on yet, and I thought, right, I'll look in the fridge, see what veggies I've got to fry up, and then I found leftover food from yesterday I forgot about, so I'm just going to put a lid on that and revisit that idea another time. Right, take 2 then. This is leftover curry from last night with halloumi and lentils and lots of vegetables. I'm going to microwave myself a portion. I shall unload the dishwasher while that's doing. And guess what? My assignment is in. It is in, and it took a while to upload the video. It crashed the first time. It took about 45 minutes and then it crashed. So I was thinking, oh dear, it's a good job I didn't leave that till 1 minute before the deadline, isn't it? And then I had another go, and I don't know, I think maybe it took half an hour, but I watched it through on the little portal because the way they've done it, we can all, in our closed group of our class, class, we can see each other's videos and PowerPoint presentations. We have to submit the video and also the accompanying PowerPoint presentation, but exported as a PDF file with like a cover sheet as I think page 1. Yeah, they're all visible within our class. There were about 5 already uploaded over the last week or so, so I'm not the only early bird. It was very nice to see them because I got used to seeing these familiar faces all around during the last term, and then all of a sudden it was just back to my smaller world again, and so it's a bit strange. So it's nice to see those familiar faces again, and I watched all their presentations as well, and with great excitement as well, because obviously I'd been really into doing it, and so it was quite fun to see their different way of doing exactly the same thing that I'd been doing. Anyway, I better go on and do that dishwasher, hadn't I? It's not going to do itself. Oh, there's lunch. That's what happens when I talk to the camera instead of put things away. I'll do it later. Your girl gotta eat. Wowzers, if this footage is very hazy looking, it's the very bright sunlight. This is going rusty. My lovely trivet. Got it from Hypervalue. When Hypervalue was a thing. I think there's one left in Barry Island. I think. There was my lunch. It's nearly 10 to 4 now, so I ate my lunch and I lingered and I watched some vlogs and I rested and I ate an ice pop out of my new freezer, which is still working by the way, and I did some more flute practice, and I have got a few admin bits and bobs to do. I've got to do an invoice, I can't remember what else, but I've got a list to work through. But I just want to go for a walk because all this week I've been just at home mostly, apart from nipping to the shops in the evenings, and I just haven't had any proper daylight, you know, so I'm going to go and get some now. Look, the moon's up already. I was wondering if I might see some evidence of the cold weather in the park today, and I am. Look at all this ice. Somebody, presumably children, have been having a bit of a game with it. Look, smashing it up and bringing it up onto the path. It feels good to be out, and it's not too boggy underfoot because it's quite hard from being so cold. Spoke too soon. Can you hear the squelch? There's water under there. It's like a crust of ice, and then you break through it and then it's wet underneath, so look. I'm getting back onto the main path. If I can find a nice route that doesn't involve getting submerged. It's like a channel of ice there. That noise. Definitely a wintertime noise, isn't it? I suppose I better watch my footing on this path. When I was going to the shops the other night when it was dark, oh my gosh, there was so much black ice everywhere. I was nearly doing the splits, and I thought, oh, I might injure myself and not be able to play my flute. The duck pond is partially frozen over, but this bit's all right. They're enjoying a bit of a paddle around. This sign here is giving all sorts of reasons why we shouldn't give bread to ducks. Look, no nutritional value, so they're filling up on that instead of eating things they would otherwise be eating, which would have been better for them. Mouldy bread can cause lung diseases in ducks and geese. Somebody's put a sticker over there, but it's basically saying they're not going to migrate. You know, they're going to hold off with their migrating if they've got lots of food to eat here, so then they end up struggling to survive the winters. Some up there on the bank as well, foraging for their wild food. Sirius preening in immersion. Oh, look at those necks going for it. Oh, their little tails wagging. I wonder if that means they're happy or it's just part of their preening process. That one's just given up and gone to sleep for the evening. I felt like doing that earlier, to be honest. That's why I came out for a walk to wake myself up a bit. I was going to say there's a big old swan coming, there's a big old swan going now. I see they're giving this bit the wide berth because it's frozen over. I'm back, it's now dark, and my poor shoes are all muddy. Look at that. I'm going to leave them by the door. I took them off. I've got mud on my trousers as well. I don't think if you can see that, it's down the bottom. She's just had a lovely shower, which would be quite nice on a cold day like this, and she's quite happy not to have dinner yet. So I've decided I'm not doing anything else on my list today. I have worked blooming hard this week and I deserve a rest, so I'm going to do my puzzle for an hour. I've been microwaving a bit of goat's milk and cold coffee that was left in my pot, so I'm just going to top that up with hot water now and sit down and do some puzzle. Oh, life is good, life is good. It's like a precious gift when you haven't had a lot of it to just do nothing if you want to. That looks a bit weak. Oh, it's very hot. See, this part, it's just not big enough for me. But I've noticed they do make bigger ones, but, you know, I've got this one now by accident. I've been mostly using my other one again, to be honest, because I can get 2 cups out of the other one, and then I don't have to put a pot on every single time I want a cup of coffee. This is going to be a little bit of heaven for me right now. I cleared this the other day because my boyfriend was here and we were all sitting at the table eating. But I had done a bit the other day. I just needed a brain break. I don't like the sound of that rattling. It sounds like they're all falling down. It's a bit awkward when it's kind of at this stage with the roll mat. It's not great at that bit because bits can kind of fall down and move around a bit. But they're quick enough to reassemble anyway. So this is the pre-sitting down for an hour look of the puzzle. My daughter's been sewing again. She's been emulating a piece of clothing that she owns. She quite likes to do that. She sort of examines it and recreates it with scrap material. She's teaching herself. Now then, somebody said in the comments, for stale biscuits, put them in the fridge. These have been in the fridge. Gonna try it. These have been open since Christmas Day. Oh, look! I'm very pleasantly surprised. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Somebody also said quite a long time ago, put stale biscuits in the air fryer. Though I'm not sure how long for, and I was thinking if they got chocolate in, would they melt? It's about an hour and a half later now, and look, it's really coming together, and I'm about to cook some dinner, and I think it's going to be toad out of the hole. I'm going to do these Yorkshire puddings in the air fryer. Apparently they take 4 minutes from frozen, can you believe? So they don't need to go until the last minute, but they're the Farm Foods ones. We're going to have some corn sausages that I'm going to fry in that oil that I put in the pan earlier and didn't do anything with. Broccoli, collie and the remaining spuds, and some gravy because Izzy now likes gravy. I wish I hadn't spoilt my appetite with those biscuits. There are the spuddies boiling away. The old broccoli and collie in there. That lid looks like it's going to be hot. No, it's fine actually. But that's preheating, won't be long now, and the things will be going in. And I've got my Bisto granules ready for the gravy. I'm going to use the veg water. I'm looking forward to a really chilled out night tonight at home. I'm going to edit this vlog, which I absolutely love. I might even bed it, which is what I call it when I get into my pyjamas and edit in bed on a little tray thingy. It makes me very happy. So I'll probably do that, maybe some more jigsaw puzzle, watch some videos. Oh, I finally finished reading Wuthering Heights. Took me months and months and months. I had to just put you on a tripod, my arm was killing me and it was getting shakier and shakier. Yes, Wuthering Heights. This is what I thought of Wuthering Heights. I don't know if you've read it or not, but I thought the writing was amazing. The way the words and sentences were put together, they like took you on an emotional journey. It was like, oh, you know, I love that's like juicy, delicious way of writing. I loved that it put me in the picture of that era when it was written, because it's completely alien to me now, so kind of gave me an insight of what it was like to live at that time, because obviously it was written back in the day, a long time ago. What I didn't like was any of the characters, apart from one, maybe. I thought that the characters were odious, they were all horrible to each other, and so I did not enjoy the story because I just couldn't relate to any of the characters. I am now reading Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte, because Wuthering Heights is Emily Bronte, but I'm now reading the one by Anne Bronte and I immediately can relate to it, and I'm really enjoying it. So there we are, that's my book update. I don't talk about reading much, but yeah, I basically just put it into my morning routine along with my 10 minutes of language learning and then 10 minutes or 5 minutes if I'm in a hurry of just reading. So it's literally like a couple of pages a day and that's all I've done, but I eventually finished it. Right, here we go. Izzy says it's okay anywhere, because I said, are you going to be particular about where you'd like this poured? And she said it's okay anywhere. So I'm going to chuck it all over the old lot. Oh look, I've given myself the lion's share. Oops. Oh no, there's enough. Just, I might tip some back out of mine onto Izzy's plate. I wouldn't be winning any awards, would I, for my serving skills? Here, she can have some of mine. Well, she's only just come to gravy. It's 8:45 at night now. We both enjoyed our dinner. I couldn't believe how delicious the Yorkshire puddings were from Farm Foods. I'm getting those again. 4 minutes in the air fryer from frozen. Can you believe that? I was thinking they would make just a delicious snack like in the middle of the afternoon, and I'm not sure. But I think they'd be nice with hot Nutella on or some chopped strawberries and some squirty cream or something. I'll have to check. But I think they would work. I had gravy on it at the time, so it was a bit of a guess. but I think they would work with sweet toppings, but I'm going to have to experiment now and tell you, report back. Anyway, I'm going to edit this video, I'm going to bed it in my pyjamas, and then I'm going to do some more puzzle, and then I might read my book a bit. So this is how my evening's going to go. I'm going to have an absolutely lovely, lush Friday night at home. But thank you so much for watching today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you happen to like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.